Hello there. Now, you might have some questions. Like, why are we flying through the care without a world in the air? The "is this Tears of the Kingdom" meter is certainly not going off right now at all. Well, I was working on something for a video for Breath of the Wild, and I surely am going to actually make it. No, I am not. And while smuggling a deer into the desert while juggling 2 playthroughs, as is the local tradition, I may have completely wiped out my original save file. Whoops. But I had a thought. The first 70-ish Impractical Shrine solutions didn't have a voiceover, and there are some that I just didn't like Vuloda. But let's be real. We will never like Vuloda. So, I'm just like, let's do it again! And during the previously mentioned recordings, we may or may not have come into possession of thousands of octo balloons. Made a boatload of cash in the process too. That universe will never financially recover from this. So this time around, we're going to give a modern treatment to the old Impractical solution, and if I didn't like the original solution, we're going to do it more better, more bigger, more impracticaler. That's a word, right? Get Webster on the phone. We got a doozy for him. And on top of all of that, we're going to be asking the age-old question, will it balloon? Can the shrine be solved solely with octo balloons? And the answer has been a resounding maybe. Put it on the front page, Impractical Shrine Pollutions. Patented and roll the intro. I'm not entirely sure who I'm gesturing to. I'm pointing at a window that goes outside. Where it all began. Oh man. Ow. The intended solution here? To teach you the basics of magnesis. And it does it well. These tutorial shrines are chef's kiss as far as tutorials come. You can lift stuff, you can push stuff, you can hurt stuff, you can open stuff, but you can't rotate it all. And we definitely didn't do it 4 times thinking we could. It's the Great Value Ultra Hand. Now the Impractical solution that started it all was actually Owa Dame solving it without stasis, but that don't count. That was just a random Reddit post. It wasn't actually officially part of the series. The whole shrine comes down to opening that last door with magnesis to complete it. So obviously we didn't do that. Made it through the oh my Ravio, what even is that text? Lab plants, we need to go back in time and time travel doesn't exist? Well, invent it! We need to go back in time and slap the person who put this together. I don't care who it was. Went through the entire shrine collecting everything we could in order to build an anti-wall and door stack Mark A. We used letters instead of numbers back then because numbers are too expensive. Ah, look at him. So young and naive. That guy has no idea what he's gotten himself into. But with enough finagling, it is possible to get up onto the platform where the chest was, use the blocks to gain some height and stasis bridge across. Those are simpler times. And now for the question that nobody asked, will it loon? Right off the bat, there's a door on the floor. Will it loon? Yes. Wall of blocks? Yes. Well, kind of. And the janitor there? Wait, no, these aren't janitors. They're, hang on, I gotta watch our old videos. Alright, so they had different names. We didn't name the species. There was an Ed, there was a Sir Jiggles. So let's call this one Henry the 11th. Why not? Now, killing anything with just loons is actually very annoying. Positioning them is possible, but then you gotta wait for the loons to break, and it just takes too long. So just dodge, move that block real slow, like all the way over to the wall. Then grab the door thing to bring it on over so you can get up onto the last platform and hop down onto that block because you put it too far away for some reason. And then we can balloon ride to victory or fall in the water. Now, couldn't we have just used a block and not that door? Yes. Shouldn't we have just used the block? Yes. Did we just use the block? Yes. Turns out you can just climb up on the block from the water. Don't know why we thought we couldn't. But over the wall and 1 down, 119 to go. Next up, winner of Best Impractical Shrine 2023. It's calm your act or you're going to be getting a licking. The intended method here is to solve each of the smaller section of the shrines with force and lots of it. Door, smash. Enemies, smash. Now, I am a firm believer that every shrine has everything in it in order to complete it without the need of outside items. And here it wants you to break that wood with fire. So take out your bow and didn't give us a bow. So instead, take that edge of duality you just got and yeet it up to the rope like Peepaw used to do with his old trusty Chop and Yeet Axe Mark I by Hasbro on the trees that would come out of the middle of the night after Meemaw had her 8th glass of wine and started going on and on about how kids these days don't understand the finer points of animal husbandry with the video games and the box Pop-Tarts, because Pop-Tarts back in her day were called Tarty-Ups and cooked in the old kiln up on Mount Filibuster and... No, look, the shrine's done. The Impractical solution here was ultimately my favorite one, because with a single bomb jump, it's possible to stay up top and solve the entire puzzle, but in reverse, and I do love doing things backwards. Elevator, smash. Battering ram, smash, but also jump back up, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. Door, stasis and smash. Mix it up a little. Can't go back down to use the motion controls, but luckily, we can grab the ball and solve the puzzle without the motion controls, so whatever. Burn the platform for some smash, and then last but not least, smash. But will it loon? Now all of these octo balloons were actually for a single door in that other original playthrough that nobody's gonna end up seeing at this point. And it was the door in the Yiga clan hideout, because it's if not the only method of opening that door without abilities or runes or whatever the peasants call them nowadays. So we just did that here. The balloons can grab onto the wall and be pushed very, very slightly when it connects. Or it'll pull out and take 45 million balloons to open. We did try to open it with that ball right there, but it didn't produce enough force whenever it finally fell. Really unfortunate. The restocking fee on that ball is like 42,000%, so we're just gonna keep it. And that's what we're gonna do with every door. Well, almost every door. But if there's a door in this series, it'll probably be opened like that. After the first door is another door, but this time it has murder involved. Now you could just run away and keep trying to open the door without dying, or just let your brain unlock. Find the exact moment to run through these falling balls of death, or I don't know, I looked away from the script for a minute. Point is, those constructs will follow you and they'll just get plowed right over, and did I call them constructs? They're guardians. That's not gonna get confusing, and I'm sure I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Now that everybody's dead though, open the door in your own terms, and then go through, and in theory, you could go straight to the last door, open it, and be done. But instead, throw down some balloons and run right across. And now we've got yet another door to open. So take your time, open it up. And then afterwards, we've got another door to open up. So take your time and open it up. Nah, I'm just kidding. Throw down some balloons on the platform, it'll raise up and you can jump up on the wall. Because it's not like we can really do anything with that battering ram anyways. I don't know, we didn't try. We were already up here and we're like, this is a good idea. From here, it is possible to work your way all the way around back to the beginning, and then from there, straight to the end. Then just take a whole bunch of balloons, stare down that crystal switch thing, and just yeet them straight at its face, wherever the face is on that thing. Yeah, it turns out just throwing things doesn't provide enough force to activate a switch. So, open up the door backwards this time. Yeah. Go and grab a barrel from earlier that we did not show at all. Bring it to the end and throw it right into that switch. Now, could we have just used balloons to move that barrel? 100%. Are we gonna? No. Now, before we continue, I need to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, hats. They go on your head and... Boring! Huh. For a second there, I thought I heard...
You call that an ad? Meemaw would turn over in her pot if she heard you. Now let me show you how it's done. Hello there, Sir Hamilton here. Something's not right. Much better. Sir Hamilton here, and after making a boatload of money, pun intended, off of this guy, I took some time to invest in stocks. Diversify my portfolio, and who are we kidding? I went to Vegas and blew it all on the craps table and on string cheese. Yeah, string cheese. Can't get enough of the stuff. So, because I need money before Ravio comes and breaks my legs, I know it doesn't make sense, but he will find a way. I'm here to tell you that today's shrines are brought to you by hats over on cactusshop.com. Especially this one. Buy it with your money, because that's how transactions work in the modern age. And also for a limited time only, or forever, I don't know, I just work here. You can get holiday merch. Unless you're watching this in like 6 months. If that's the case, it sucks to be you. But if you're not some future-dwelling 4D water builder, use code BALLOONS for 20% off. Good until it's not this year anymore. Wait, 20%? We're not gonna make any money off that. Whatever, not my problem. So come on down to Sir Hamilton's impossibly tight hold over literally everything and get yours today, pet. What does that say? I can't read it, it's backwards.
It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's about the friends you made along the way. As long as they're not losers. Intended solution here is to take the cube and use it to scale the wall. See what I did there? We even got measurement jokes here. Didn't say they were good jokes. I said they were measurement jokes. And that's the entire solution. Scale, 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 done. The impractical solution here was pretty obvious. Don't put anything on the other side of the scales. And it was surprisingly easy to get over basically everything in the shrine with just one block. And for the last scale, use the block to get some height and set up the scales appropriately, and then climb on up, run across the scales, and use the magic of physics to get across. There's not really much else to do in the shrine without outside items, so we're happy with this, even if it was simple. Loonable? The box at the beginning is really annoying to get up on the platform, but it did provide valuable education in how to start moving these blocks with just balloons. Even doing shrines here. Magical. Also, the shrine's walls don't go to the ceiling, so you can ride that box all the way to the top and just go to the end. Because if you thought that was easy with balloons, oh man, just you wait. Hey, this Shadog? Nah. This is one of a couple shrines that the intended method is to blow a Jerry and... Aha, Jerry, I missed you, buddy. Blow a Jerry around the room until it falls in the hole while you stand on the elevator and wait. Just be sure to set up the little secret block thing and put the block on top of it, otherwise Jerry's gonna fall on the floor. And that's just not fun. The impractical solution here is when things really started ramping up for the whole series. We take block, we take Jerry, we put Jerry on block, we shield jump onto block, rinse and repeat until we're at the very top, yeet Jerry down. Now we did come back later on and save Jerry. Don't worry, no Jerry left behind. But can you balloon it? Fantastic question. Question of the year, actually. I have never heard another question in my life that is more intriguing, relevant, and yeah, it can be ballooned. I told you some of these were as easy as cooking tortillas.